I'm Jerry Rison. You're looking at PressPassTV.
Hey, welcome to Press Pass TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michael Artsis, live at the Sports Museum of America in the heart of downtown New York City by Wall Street. This broadcast brought to you by Blue Mics. Blue Mics makes some great mics. In fact, Blue Mic makes the mic we're broadcasting on today, the Blue Snowflake. It's very portable, and it's a great mic that plugs USB into your laptop or computer so that you can broadcast virtually anywhere and throw it into your bag. Check them out at bluemic.com. You also have to check out the Sports Museum of America, which is a wonderful place to bring your kids during the holidays or any time of year. Come check out the Sports Museum to see artifacts from all athletes from around every sports league from around the world, not only the nation, but around the world. The Sports Museum of America is a great place. Check them out, sportsmuseumofamerica.com. All right, now we're here for the All-Stars for Helping Kids second annual business and philanthropy luncheon. All right, Justin Tuck and his Rush Foundation, Rush for Literacy, is joining up with the All-Stars for Kids, which is an organization that was founded in 1989 by then San Francisco 49ers player Ronnie Lott. Now, Ronnie Lott had a great, illustrious career, but also believed in giving back. And Ronnie decided that it was time to put together a foundation that could help kids all over the nation. So he started out in the Bay Area, in the San Francisco Bay Area. And what they did was their mission was to help kids and help other athletes with their charities. So the idea is that they could all market their charities under one umbrella. They could all absorb the administrative costs. So if they raised $10,000, $20,000, $1,000 went to administrative costs instead of half of the money going to administrative costs. So it's really a good foundation. All-Stars for Helping Kids. There's a great program today. George Mitchell is going to be George Martin, I'm sorry. Joe Favorito here, helped me out a little. Thank you. George Martin is going to be honored. Ronnie Lott is here. Justin Tuck is here. And we're going to be bringing Justin Tuck on in just a minute. Talk about him joining the All-Stars Helping Kids, and also a little bit about the Tuck's Rush for Literacy, which is an amazing foundation. Tuck, you can check out the video on Justin on our website, PressPassTV.com, where Justin gave out lots of books to underprivileged children in the New York City area as part of the Rush for Literacy, where he's helping kids learn to read. And in addition to that, he's also making sure that they get literacy, that they understand what they read, that they're comprehending what they read. The Rush for Literacy is an amazing organization. You got to check it out. And I'm sure that Justin will tell us more about what made him want to join All-Stars for Helping Kids. Now, All-Stars Helping Kids isn't only about charities in New York or charities in San Francisco. It's all over the nation, and what they do is they raise money for all these charities, and they help all these charities under one umbrella. They help kids with brain tumors and kids with cancer and all sorts of organizations around the country. They're really a great organization. So we're going to bring Justin Tuck on in just a minute. Again, this is PressPassRadio.com. I'm Michael Artsis, and we've got a great broadcast. Ronnie Lott will be on in a little while. Justin Tuck is coming up, and we've got a lot to talk about this organization. You can find out more, by the way, at allstarshelpingkids.org. That's allstarshelpingkids.org. Wonderful foundation. Check them out. Justin Tuck is joining them with his foundation, and Justin Tuck is joining me right now. You're joining the All-Stars for Helping Kids Foundation, and the reason why is because it's going to help your foundation. Your foundation, Tuck's Rush for Literacy, which people can check out on PressPassTV.com, a story on that, is a wonderful foundation because you're not only making sure that the kids can read and know how to read, you're making sure that they're literate, that they understand what they're reading. So it's Tuck's Rush for Literacy, reading, understanding, succeeding, and hope, or succeed in hope. And yes. I think it's an amazing foundation. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the foundation is, something me and my wife Lauren came up with, and we was obviously we wanted to do things to give back, and coming up with this, we figured, kids are our passion. That's something that we always want to, see that we help a lot, and we was thinking like, what's the best way to help kids, and as always, education is the most important thing from us. So we just found out that the thing that was missing, especially in New York City, was people putting their hearts and their souls into getting kids literate. Getting kids literate. So we came up with this Rush for Literacy, like you said, artists for the read, understand, succeed, and hope. And it's something that we're very passionate about, and she might be more passionate about it than I am. She's going into the schools and helping kids read, making sure that the teachers stay on and going around the kids' homes, making sure that their mothers and their fathers are aware of the program and aware of what we're trying to do, and getting them involved too. So right now it's been a huge success, far beyond what we thought we would be doing at this point. It's only a couple of months up and running, and we're doing pretty good right now.
Well, you guys are doing pretty good. You gave out a lot of books to New York City kids, and you challenged them. That was the great part.
Yeah.
It wasn't only about read these books, here they are. It was about read these books, and you're going to make sure that they are reading them by making them do book reports. And the kids who read the most books were going to get a reward, which was a pretty great reward.
Yeah, I mean, basically what it was, we call it our book read challenge, and we came up with a challenge where we provided kids with books, and we set it up where kids would have to read these 4 books over a course of time and do book reports. The kids that read the book reports did the best. Read the books, did the best book reports, and did everything on time. We picked winners, and we just had the winners come to our last game against this Sunday, where they got the opportunity to be on the sidelines as the teams warmed up. They got the opportunity to see all of our facilities, and basically they was just there there Sunday as the guests of Justin Tuck, and they got to see a lot of things that normal people that come to the game don't get to see.
And they got to meet you personally after the game.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. I think that's what makes it so special. Now, how did you get involved with All Stars for Helping Kids with Ronnie Lott?
Well, basically we Ronnie gave me a call up, and he was interested about helping. He saw what we were trying to do, and he thought that this organization, All Stars Helping Kids, was perfect for my organization as far as providing back office support for our infrastructure. And our mission statements are pretty similar. Basically, it's 2 not-for-profit organizations that have kids at heart and helping kids that are less fortunate than others. So when I saw it, I knew it was going to be a home run, especially for Rush for Literacy. But also, I feel as though it's a partnership that we can continue to grow and help both entities grow beyond our wildest dreams.
I think it's wonderful, and they're not only helping kids with reading, they also help kids who have cancer and have brain tumors and lots of other foundations across the nation. It's really grown into a wonderful organization. We'll hear from Ronnie Lott in a little while. Justin, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Real quick, I wanted to mention that I know you were in Fort Lee with the Fort Lee High School kids, giving them a little pep talk, which I think is nice. I think that going out and not just doing the charity because you feel it's your responsibility, but going out into the community that you're currently residing in, and making sure that the kids get good messages and positive messages is pretty cool. And a little impromptu drop by was pretty nice. So I wanted to give you a little thumbs up for that. That was pretty awesome. What got you doing that?
Well, you know what? I had the opportunity to talk, the mayor for Fort Lee, and basically it was just something where I felt as though I could go in and kind of give the kids a pep talk and let them understand, coming from where I've came from and doing the things that I've been able to do, it's been a huge success for me. So basically it was just like you said, an impromptu visit from me to kind of get their spirits up before going into a playoff game.
Well, it was pretty cool. I saw the smiles on those kids' faces in the newspaper, and I thought it was pretty awesome. So congratulations, Justin. You're doing a great job. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, thanks, Michael. Anytime, man.
Thanks, buddy. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Absolutely.
So this is PressPassTV. That was Justin Tuck from the New York Giants. We're at the Sports Museum of America in New York City, in the heart of downtown Manhattan, right by Wall Street, actually, by the Bull, at the fork in the road, which is the known as the Canyon of Heroes. This is the All Stars Helping Kids Foundation event. This is the 2nd annual Business and Philanthropy Luncheon. Now, this was started by Ronnie Lott back in 1989 when he was with the San Francisco 49ers, and the idea was to really have a foundation that could help other foundations alongside itself to help kids. Every foundation to help kids. And so what they do is a great thing. They work out they put everything under one umbrella, and they all work off the same administrative costs, of the same marketing, and so they share all the resources and then basically get a chance to reap the benefits when they raise money. They raise the most amount of money they can then and give away the least. So we're going to have another guest coming up in just a minute. I wanted to say thanks to the folks at the Sports Museum of America for making this possible, and also Joe Favorito, who's running the PR here as well, and of course to Blue Mike, who hooked us up with the microphone equipment. Marlon Evans, thank you very much for joining us.
Sure thing.
Just doing a quick plug. So I wanted to plug Blue Microphone. This is a Blue microphone, by the way, and it's called the Snowflake. It folds up into your briefcase, fits nicely, USB, and the audio from it is great. Obviously, we have a loud room here, a lot of background noise, and we're really just picking up us. The Blue Snowflake, and if you can see that right there, you got to check it out. And a lot of other mics. This one's USB, goes right into your computer, but there are a lot of other mics at bluemic.com, so it's really cool. So, Marlon, tell me a little bit about how you got involved with this foundation and about how the foundation is doing. I know in the last 3 years you guys have raised $3 million, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, I joined the foundation 3 years ago. I actually worked at another nonprofit called KIP, the Knowledge is Power program, and All Stars provides funding to KIP to the tune of about $100,000 on an annual basis, and got to know Ronnie through their support of KIP, and he asked me to join 3 years ago to serve as the executive director, and I've loved every minute of it.
I bet. What's it like working with Ronnie? I mean, he seems like such a passionate guy on the football field. I got to imagine off the football field he's got to be just as passionate, especially about things that are so important like kids and helping them.
Yeah, just one word, inspirational. He just talks about exhausting life, not only on the field, but off the field. He's deeply committed to his work here at All Stars, but he also has a successful business that he runs, car dealerships. I mean, I don't know how he gets it all packed into one day.
What about being able to not only help one organization and not only being able to help one charity? You help many. You've got Emmett Smith is involved. You've got Marcus Allen is involved. Now you've got Justin Tuck, who just joined up, and his rush for literacy. And you're not helping just one group. You're helping all these groups. How fulfilling is that, and how amazing is that instead of doing just one charity?
I mean, every day it's both gratifying but also a new challenge in the same respect, because we are trying to scale our operations to support all these multiple charities. But in the end, if we're successful, it's just going to mean more dollars are able to go back to the community and less on overhead. And that's always been the real challenge with nonprofits and foundations, is that a large percentage of the dollars is going towards overhead.
I think this is so amazing because I see so many times with athletes, and we do a lot at PressPassTV, we do a lot of charity events, and we see so many times that guys, they work their butt off to raise money, and then at the end of the day, if you're friendly with them, or you hang out with them at the end, you know that most of the money has gone to administrative costs, and very little of the money actually goes to the charities. So a charity might raise $20,000 in most cases, but maybe $2,000 of that goes to the charity and helping the kids, and as much as 18 can go to administrative costs, marketing, all that stuff. But here, you guys all share the marketing and administrative costs, and I think that's a win-win for everybody.
Oh, most definitely. And in the end, that's what they originally signed up for, was to give back to the community, and just all these other things just end up getting in the way.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember sitting in a guy's living room with him after an event, and he's counting the money and well, I laid out $5,000, and here's another $3,000 that we've made, and it's like, you know what? Just take the $5,000. I want all $8 going to the charity. But then he's making the donation, and that's hard on the guys as well.
Exactly. So if we can streamline those operations and make it a lot easier for them to both understand the whole process of philanthropy, because it's not easy. Oftentimes they don't necessarily have the expertise around them to help them figure out how to best invest their resources. If we can take some of those hurdles out of the way, I think we can make a big difference.
Awesome, man. Well, tell us quickly about the future. I know you got to run, do a couple more interviews, but tell me about the future of the charity and where it's going.
The goal is that we're going to expand in cities nationwide. We hope to be in 10 cities by 2012, if possible. The economy may stand in the way of that expansion, but we're hoping that it will turn around for us. And the great thing is that we're not driven by a specific goal and saying that we need to have so many athletes signed up. It's really, we find opportunities and we do our best to take advantage of them.
And I imagine as the economy is challenging for everybody, it makes it a little bit harder on every charity, and another good reason why all these charities should team up.
Exactly.
So great. I wish you guys the best of luck. I continued success. I know that it will happen. You guys have a great organization. I really like it, and I know that you're honoring George Martin today as well at this luncheon, and so I think that's great. Allstarshelpingkids.org.
Definitely.
AllStarsHelpingKids.org. AllStarsHelpingKids.org. Get that in your head. Marlon
Please
Evans,
do.
thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. So this is Press Pass TV, PressPassRadio.com. I'm Michael Arts at the Sports Museum of America for the All Stars Helping Kids second annual Business and Philanthropy Luncheon here in the heart of New York City, downtown New York City, by Wall Street, by the Bull, in the Canyon of Heroes. Looks like we might have another guest coming up right now. We've got Coach Jack Kelly from the New York Institute of Technology, where the coaches lacrosse, where the lacrosse team has been very successful in the last few years. And in fact, what I think was amazing about you guys is that you got off to a great start from the beginning. Come on, Jack, get closer to me. Don't worry, I won't bite. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very
Jack
much.
Kelly from the New York Institute of Technology, lacrosse. And tell us, your team has been so successful right out of the gate. You guys were a team that started, in the 90s, I think.
Our first year was 93.
Second year you won the national championship, is that correct?
No, we were undefeated. We went to the national championship.
Okay.
But we lost, to a team that we had beaten during the year. But there was something significant about the game. That team in 94 only had 4 midfielders, as most teams have 4 complete midfielders, okay? And Springfield ran 9 midfielders against us. It was 89 degrees that day, and we sort of ran out of gas,
Right.
okay? But it was a very good, unique Springfield team. Give you an idea how good they were. Okay, 9 of those kids from Springfield are head coaches of lacrosse. 7 of them head coaches in college. That's got to be a trivia first.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Now,
Yeah.
I got one question for you.
Yeah.
You've done well with the lacrosse program there. Lacrosse seems to be a popular and growing sport. It is, especially in this area and even Baltimore, the East Coast really, it is just rampant everywhere, college, high school, but yet the professional leagues have never really been able to crack through. You've got the MIL and you've got the outdoor league.
Right.
And before the MIL was the MIL, they were the National Lacrosse League, or I might have this backwards, but anyway, they played for years. They played lacrosse for years professionally, but they've never broken through and gotten the athletes the kind of money or exposure, or the league the kind of money or exposure that other leagues get. Why is that?
Well, this is only my opinion. I think when it first went professionally, it went indoors, and they tried to make it like hockey, with fighting, cross-checking, and it really wasn't the
So
game.
you feel
the game
that-
of lacrosse as we know it in USA. It was the box game from Canada,
Right.
Okay, and I think that turned off some of the spectators. Okay, now that it's professional in the outdoor leagues,
You think it's starting to catch
okay,
on?
it's starting to catch on. It's like the NFL was in the 1920s. Okay, we're just beginning in our infancy. Plus, we're building up a tremendous fan base throughout the nation. Let me give you a stat. When I was playing in high school in the 1950s, there was 27 high schools playing lacrosse in America. There are now, I think, there's over 27,000. Okay, the second largest number of high school players playing is in California.
Wow.
Okay, so it's not. It started out as an East Coast sport. Okay, but it's not only nationally, it's internationally. Let me give you another little stat. 2002. Okay, I'm sorry, in 2000. I also coached Team Germany, so I'm familiar with the international game.
I guess you speak German?
Oh yeah, I have an extensive vocabulary. Becks and Gesundheit so far. Okay. In the 2002 European Championships, there were 8 teams. This past year in Finland, there were 18 European teams.
Wow.
In playing the game.
Cool.
So,
How'd you get involved with All Stars Helping Kids?
well, that's a big surprise to me. I get a call from my sports information director saying that I was invited here as a guest. and I assume it was because of our recent success.
Now, do you talk to the kids who play for you and tell them how important giving back is and
Oh, without a
the
doubt.
community?
I think one of the big reasons for the growth of lacrosse in America is that all coaches, okay, when I was growing up, we always heard give back to the program, give back to the program. So, and we encourage all of our players, okay, like as soon as they graduate college, as the NCAA says, 84% of these people will be professionals in something other than sports. We try to keep our guys at least give back to the program, whether it be coaching, officiating, helping out with the PAL programs, okay? And I think by and large, lacrosse players do have a sense of loyalty to the game and do give back.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I do have, I noticed that somebody is texting in 4 middies. That's ridiculous. I can't read the other thing they wrote, not on air anyway. But that's pretty impressive. Only 4 middies, huh?
We have 4 midfielders.
That's an amazing story. Well,
and 2 of them play every minute, every ball game unless they got a penalty.
Wow. Well, I heard that you also did well this season.
Yes, we won a national championship. It was our 3rd in 6 years.
Wow.
So we've had a good run.
Congratulations. Is that one of the rings?
This is the 05 ring.
Okay, very nice. Show it to the camera right there.
Oh.
The 05 National Championship ring, New York Institute of Technology.
I don't know if I'm missing it. Am I
You're
missing
good.
it somehow?
You're good. Right up here. There we go. Here we go. 05 National Championship lacrosse ring from Coach Jack Kelly of the New York Institute of Technology Bears.
Bears.
I'm a New York Institute of Technology alum.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
By the way, we're the running Bears. Okay, my pleasure.
Thank you very much, Jack. So I'm Michael Artsis from PressPassTV at the Sports Museum of America for the All-Stars Helping Kids 2nd Annual Business and Philanthropy Luncheon. George Martin will be joining us soon, and so will Ronnie Lott. We'll have Ronnie Lott on. Ronnie Lott started this foundation to help many charities throughout the nation so that many kids in different walks of life, in different situations, could be helped. George Martin joins us now. George, you're being honored here today. Welcome to PressPassTV. Thanks for joining us. I got to do this, as they're saying online, the people writing in, I need a footstool. I think I need a ladder is what I need, not a footstool.
Either that I need to be cut down the sides. I'm not quite sure which.
I don't know, man. Being taller is better. You can reach things.
Well, yeah, you can't buy off the rack, though, so.
Neither can I. See, I have the same problem. People always think that because I'm short that I can go into a store and buy off the rack.
Yeah.
The problem is I got a thick neck because I played sports growing up. Hockey, I played a little football, and I played baseball. And so I got a thick neck, I got short arms, so and I got a weird, short body. So I can't buy jeans off the rack without getting them altered because my legs are too short. I can't buy pants off the rack because my legs are too short and I got thin legs. And if I buy my neck size in a shirt, I get a shirt that's built for a guy who's my height, but also
shirt, right?
but also my height in their width. I get a maternity shirt, so
I
it looks
feel your
ridiculous.
pain,
So I got to do custom too.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, but you got some bulk, so that helps with the custom. I mean, a tall, thin guy could go into a store.
Exactly.
They don't build clothes for us, but you look very nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's good to be here.
It's good to have you. I'm sure it's nice to be honored. What does that feel like?
Well, first of all, I've been honored by a lot of organizations. I think it's also who you're being honored by. And when you look at the Ronnie Lott organization and the fact that it focuses on kids, that to me is the best of both worlds, because here you have an all-star, a supreme all-star in Ronnie Lott, who has found a formula that has really transcended society. And when he recognizes that kind of quality in other people, it's the ultimate compliment.
Yeah. Well, I think Ronnie put so many examples out there through his playing and through the way he carried himself off the field, and today, even today, and he played with so much passion, and he really in life has so much passion that I think that he's really a great role model to this day. And I think that he's somebody to look up to, and I think that helps and makes a great charity and atmosphere. What do you think of the fact that All-Stars Helping Kids, and this was Ronnie Lott's idea, it really helps all charities, or not all, but a lot of charities, not just one, so that, Marcus Allen is involved, Emmett Smith, Justin Tuck is now involved. So all these charities for all these kids, whether it's brain cancer, whether it's helping kids learn to read, these kids all in different situations, in different economic constraints, get different kinds of help and the help that they need.
Well, I think first of all, I can consider All-Star Helping Kids is sort of like the United Way of the sports world. I mean, they help a variety, as you just mentioned, of individual All-Stars go out and fulfill their mission. And I think that is absolutely wonderful. It's a great formula, and I think it's something that's been needed for a long time. And you're right, it goes over a very diverse spectrum of kids, and that is unique, and it's special, and it's great to be a part of it.
Well, I'm glad that you joined up with them, and I think that it's a wonderful charity. Do you think it's amazing? They've raised $3 million in the last 3 years. Now, the economy didn't just crash in the last few weeks. I mean, it did, but it built up. We've had a bad economy for several years, and then it crashed. And I know it's harder now to raise money than ever, but in the last 3 years, it was hard to raise money too.
Yeah, I can empathize with that. Going through Journey for 911, we had the same problem, although we didn't have a 3-year runway. And it's more challenging today, obviously given the state of the economy. But there are people out there that remain with big hearts and charitable minded, and you just have to be a little bit more diligent in finding those individuals. And when you have people the likes of Justin Tuck, who can take time out of his busy Super Bowl pursuits and participate in something like this, I'm sure you can find corporate America or grassroots organizations that are willing to do the same.
Yeah, and that it's great that these guys actually want to donate their time and participate. I mean, this is a day off for Justin Tuck, and he's here. And he doesn't get many days off. This is a day he could be paying bills, running errands, doing any number of things that he has to do for himself, yet he's here helping out. And I think that it's also good that in this economy that these charities have joined together to really make a difference.
I think it makes a huge impact. And you mentioned the term Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott played for the San Francisco 49ers out on the West Coast. Yet still his outreach is all the way over here on the East Coast. I mean, that is a great ability to spread oneself and give back not only to the society where he grew up and where he played and where he was so predominant. He's now doing it on a national basis. So, kudos to Ronnie, because he's setting an example that I think is unprecedented.
Yeah, and it really is. And making sure these charities get together so they can share costs, especially in this economic times, it's great. These guys should go to Congress and tell what they've been doing. So that Congress can get other companies to share resources as well. It's a great idea.
Perhaps the big three automakers.
Maybe they should share resources. What do you think? They could share a CEO?
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
All right, George Martin, congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
I really appreciate you stopping by.
My pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Congratulations, man. So I'm Michael Artis, again at the Sports Museum of America for the All-Stars Helping Kids second annual luncheon, business luncheon and philanthropy luncheon, rather. We're at the Sports Museum of America in downtown Manhattan, where you can come by, check out all artifacts from all sorts of athletes from all over the nation and the world. They've got the Hall of Halls with everything's going on here at the Sports Museum of America. You got to bring your family by if you're in town. Come out, show your kids some memorabilia from athletes all over the world, really. They've got gold medals here. They've got all sorts of things, a lot of Olympic stuff, a lot of U.S. stuff. They got the baseball section, Keith Hernandez's batting helmet. You can grab A-Rod's bat, Ichiro's bat. You've got Mark Messier's jersey, Brett Hull's jersey, Gordie Howe's jersey. They've got all sorts of hockey memorabilia. They've got a tennis wing. They've got golf. You can pick up Tiger Woods Golf Club. It's a really great place. Check them out, sportsmuseumofamerica.com. Come down and visit them in the heart of downtown Manhattan, near Wall Street, in the Canyon of Heroes. You got to check it out. It's also the new home, by the way, of the Heisman Trophy, Sports Museum of America. And we're here, of course, again, for the All-Stars Helping Kids second annual luncheon for business and philanthropy. Joe Favorito has helped me out. I want to thank him very much.
Tom George, his agent, Justin's agent.
Okay,
from Octagon.
that would be great. We're gonna have Justin Tuck's agent from Octagon. His name is Tom George. He's gonna come join us in just a minute, and I know we're gonna get Ronnie Lott before this is all over. Again, I want to thank Joe Favorito for making sure that we're getting all these guests and getting them on time and making this happen. And of course, we got to thank Blue Mike again. This mic, I can't tell you, this mic is how good this mic is, because it's really loud in this room. We've got media stuff going on in front of me. We've got music playing in the speakers here. We've got all sorts of stuff going on in the background. It's a pretty loud room, yet this mic performs well. You can hear me rather clearly. You can hear all the guests rather clearly and loudly. And it's a Blue Snowflake. It's a USB mic that's portable, and it fits right into your briefcase, folds up, fits right into your briefcase. You got to check it out, bluemic.com. Got bluemic.com, and they have a lot of other mics for all your needs, analog and digital as well. Tom George, very nice to meet you. Michael Artis from PressPassTV. Nice to meet you. I hear that you're Justin Tuck's agent.
Well, no. He has an agent.
Okay.
Our firm is the company
firm
that represents him.
Okay.
I'm his personal marketer.
You're his personal
I'm
marketer.
sort
Cool.
of a specialist.
Very nice. So you help, I guess, with all of his events and his charity as well.
We have a whole staff of people, whole team working on them. So I'm involved in the strategy of the charities and that kind of stuff, but my primary responsibility is his outside commercial interests, endorsements, that type of stuff.
So what do we got cooking? I mean, he's really popular right now. He's really hot.
He's not only really hot.
I'd like to be in your position.
He's the goods. There's no question he's the goods, and we assigned him to me in September.
Okay.
I'm the senior vice president of athlete marketing at Octagon.
Okay.
And I get the best guys. And I
Excellent.
volunteered for Justin. But in the period of time from September to now, he has changed states at least 2 or 3 times. If I'd have written a marketing plan for him in September, I would have had to rip it up twice.
Well, what about in, I guess, early October? It was called Superman?
Well, a lot of that.
By all the New York papers?
Sure, and the New York papers, although it's New York, it's only New York. But what I've noticed is that he's been anointed by the broadcast media as the star of the team in addition to Eli.
Yeah.
There's a New York Post cartoon on the back on the Cowboy game with Eli and Justin. I went, ooh, that's good. That's anointing him.
He's. I think the great thing about Justin, and I know Justin fairly well at this point, is not only is Justin a good player and a guy who works really hard on the field, he's a great guy. He's always got a smile on. He's always looking to help people out, and
very genuine.
And he's very genuine. And I love his foundation. I think it's really important.
He's very grounded. The charitable stuff was in place by other folks at Octagon before I got here. I loved what I saw. I love what they did on media when I got here.
I know that Justin has really got the same passionate attitude that Ronnie has had on the field, and I know that off the field he has the same passion, and that's what's so interesting.
I'd love to hear from your guys out there because I'm positioning him a certain way, and do we have interactivity here?
We do have a little interactivity. Actually, the chat got disconnected, but it's coming back. But what would you like to hear?
When you're trying to position a new guy, you try to position him in a way that people understand right away, something they can grasp. And he's been compared often to Michael Strahan, and I resist that because I look at Michael as a very effective player with longevity. But he's just tackled. I look at him more like Lawrence Taylor without the warts. And I want to know I'd like to hear from those folks if that's I think it's because he's more visceral, more exciting, more, when he does, sometimes he does stuff, you go, woo. Michael, you didn't ever really do that. He just tackled the guy.
Really? I don't know. I think Michael...
Did you see it more with LT or more with Michael?
LT was more of a show.
Yeah, and I think Justin's closer to the exciting, visceral player that Lawrence is.
But Michael had his move after sacking the quarterback.
Sure.
He had his...
I just like the LT thing better. I'm seeing if they like it better.
All
First
right,
of all, Strahan's still sort of current, and I don't like to compare him to somebody who's sort of current.
Even if we can't get the answer now, we'll put it up for a question and we'll let you know on the website.
That'd be great.
I think that Strahan is a good comparison on how hard he played, how hard he worked, how long he played, and the fact that Strahan really kept his nose clean during his playing career. I think it's
That's
a good...
the without the warts thing.
Right, I understand.
No, I don't disagree that there are similarities. I like the other positioning
I might
better.
see you on the Lawrence Taylor, a little bit of a show, and certainly I think that Justin is becoming a leader on the team and is stepping into that role, which both Strahan and LT were.
Absolutely.
But I think that LT was more of a vocal leader, maybe a little bit. And I think you might see Justin stepping into that role a little bit.
In a marketing sense, exciting is better than brutally effective, and that's why I'm sort of like.
But in the war room, brutally effective is what you want.
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
But
with that.
I think that Justin is very exciting. He's very exciting to watch.
I think so too.
Tom
I'm pleased
George.
to be with him.
over at Octagon. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to give you my card as well, so you know
problem.
where to get me, and we can talk about the.
I enjoyed it, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
We could figure out who does Justin relate. Who do we relate Justin to better?
I would love to
LT
hear
without
what
the
they say.
warts or Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan.
We're
That'd
going to
be
find
great.
out.
Thank you.
I'm Michael Artsis here at the Sports Museum of America. Again, we're doing All Stars Helping Kids, allstarshelpingkids.org. It's Ronnie Lott's organization that has now become Justin Tuck's organization. It's also Emmett Smith's organization, Marcus Allen's organization. You ask how? Well, the answer is simple. These guys, what they do is they team up, and with the All Stars Helping Kids, they all go under that umbrella. Every foundation goes under that umbrella, and what they do is they're able to then share administrative costs, share marketing costs, and so that more of the money goes to charity and goes to the kids. They've raised over $3 million in the last 3 years, and in addition to that, these kids are able, you reach multiple kids across the nation in multiple situations for multiple things. AllStarsHelpingKids.org. You got to check it out. Again, we're at the Sports Museum of America in the heart of downtown New York City by the Canyon of Heroes, right where the New York Giants parade was. If you want to watch a Giants parade story, head to PressPassTV.com and search Giants parade. And also, you can check out a story on Justin Tuck's Rush for Literacy on Press Pass TV as well. Check out the Rush Foundation. From the Sports Museum of America, I'm Michael Artsis. For everyone at Press Pass TV, be terrific.